Alrighty. Wait for it to
Are you
start.
the leader of that team?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Panda's Dysfunctional Post Game. I'm joined tonight by the TheSteelNations and Kittens. You guys know them already. So, tonight we're just going to pretty much jump into it. So, what we have tonight that I want to start off with is, we try to be all inclusive here. And MSNBC has come out with some words that we're no longer going to be saying on the podcast. So, here's what we got. I hope the sound comes through. So the first word we're no longer going to be saying is snowflake.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh no.
Just remember, this is MSNBC saying this, right?
You already said it.
So we're not going to be allowed to say it no more. And here's why. This is what it means to them. So snowflake is no longer acceptable use.
Because it refers to white people?
No. Hold on.
Whoa.
So the next word we're not allowed to use anymore is SJW. And according to MSNBC, it stands for this.
It
is? The next word we're no longer allowed to say is this one. And I have someone present, and I'm not going to say that word, but you can read it. And this is why we can no longer say that word.
This is going to be an interesting code word, though. I'm invested now. I'm really curious.
Yeah.
I don't remember what this one is, but I'm pretty sure it's just as bad as the others.
What about the
Oh, yeah. So those are words we are no longer going to be using on stream.
First off, I can't believe was that on an actual
that was
on MSNBC, like an actual news network.
Yes.
On live television, and they for dog. Oh my god!
Say it.
It was a joke, bub. Go sit down.
Say it.
I just don't.
I saw that video. I could not show you guys.
Dude, I would have been so done. I would have. No. I don't understand.
The media is just so out of touch. It's unreal.
Here, I'll give it a shot.
Hang on.
Let me see this again. Right-wing Twitter mocks MSNBC clips.
What the fuck?
Oh, were you able to find it? Because it took me like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, conservatives on Twitter bit down hard on an obviously fake MSNBC clip on alt-right meme code words. That's actually 5 years old, and we tracked down the real clip it was based on.
Okay.
On
that
Monday,
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, a Twitter user calling himself Elon's Musk tweeted a video along with the caption, MSNBC literally has no idea what they're talking about. The video is a camera capture of MSNBC's special report featuring the on-screen graphic alt-right frog cult uses secret code of sexist, racist, and homophobic words. Bro, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I love internet trolls so much. And that was a good one.
One of the MSNBC reporters retweeted his and said, "This is amazing. Almost feels like an inside job."
So with what you just said, it is pretty much confirmed it was fake.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now that we've cleared that up.
So we can use them, you fucking snowflakes.
I dare all of you to say snowflake.
No, you just did. They're all snowflakes.
Cock.
Yeah. That's just like I don't like MSNBC had to have come out with that originally, right?
You would think,
Because
like
it
even
looked,
if that video was a parody, they
it
had to
was
have
done
done
really
something
well.
about yes.
I don't know, man. With modern news, it's tough to call. Really, I wouldn't be
Yeah, like
surprised if like they saw it and they were like, you know what, that checks out because they're whatever nonsense logic they have, right, or whatever, and they're like, let's just talk about it.
Well, the
And then
thing is,
even they realize that it's bullshit, and they're like, damn, we got bamboozled. I don't know.
just the fact that you have to look that up to see if it's fake or not should tell you something.
yeah, because like, I mean,
Yep.
let's be honest. Like, I've always been moderate when it comes to political views, and we won't go too far into this because we all know
No,
how
we're not.
this political stuff goes. But
Yeah, we don't do that.
there's the extremes on the left side, and there's the extremes on the right side.
Bingo.
But like, when I saw alt-right frog abuse or whatever the fuck it was, I was like, yo, this shit can't be real. This isn't real at all.
It was
Like
funny, though.
it's just I wouldn't be surprised if some dumbass news network did something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also like, yo, dog, like, chill.
Right. It was great.
I think there needs to be a point too where there's like enough's enough. Like, I don't know, man.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, even the Babylon Bee, who makes their stuff as extremely weird as possible as parody, they've predicted a few things that have happened, and it's weird.
Like what?
Hold on.
What is it? The
Yeah, he
Babylon
said
what?
Babylon B. I got big confused.
Babylon Bee is a news organization that does nothing but satire. So
Is that
they'll
like
write,
the Onion?
yeah,
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
that makes sense then.
Let's see.
Dog, not to be off topic, I can't wait to fucking move.
Yeah,
Oh, I bet.
I bet.
Oh my god,
I
there's
bet.
just so much shit going on that like needs to fucking just be done and over with.
Yeah, get that own space, right?
Well, yeah, and that's why I said too
Clear that mental
today,
up.
stream wise, I was like, after next week, like, I gotta get shit done. I gotta start fucking packing. Because if I don't, I'm gonna be doing it the last fucking day.
Bro, do a
And
little
then-
bit each day.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the majority of what needs to be packed, I'm using.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Ow.
the bed doesn't need packed. So just fucking
Yeah.
fold that bitch in half and
you just throw them in it.
throw
So-
it.
So let's go through a few of these. So the Babylon Bee has a section on their website where they of Book of Prophecy, which is headlines that they have.
Mm-hmm.
It has what they said, what happened, the date the original article was published, the day it came true or sort of came true, how many days it took to happen, and how many shares it got on, I believe, Twitter.
Water.
Yeah.
Water.
So I'd like to go through a few of these.
Yeah.
Before I do, general
Uh-uh.
disclaimer for YouTube. No medical misinformation. We're not doctors. No election denying. Don't ban us. So, all right, here are some things we have, right? The first prophecy, Merriam-Webster updates definition of fascism to anything one disagrees with. What ended up happening was they got a new definition of racism. Which took that many days, that many shares. I guess this is the original article. Okay. So a political philosophy, movement, or regime that anyone or anything else really that anyone disagrees with in any way. So what I want to do is they said they updated it in Merriam-Webster. Let's see what ended up actually happening. Because they said it sort of came true. I'm not really seeing what they were talking about. So that may just be something else. All right. Let's go back. And yeah, that one was. I actually laughed at that one. Trump cancels 2020 election over coronavirus concerns. What happened is trumped up claims of voter fraud. That took 142 days. What they said would happen. New, less problematic history books will only include what happened in the current year. Illinois community leaders want to abolish history lessons in schools. That only took 40 days.
You can't do that, man.
No, and there's a fundamental reason why you can't do it. Because it's like, bro, like statistically in history, it doesn't really matter who you look at, what circumstance it is.
Oh, wait a minute.
Everyone's been shitty.
Yeah.
And history kind of is meant to happen, so it's not rewritten the same.
But that's the problem, though, right? Is like history repeats itself.
Unfortunately,
I don't care what anybody says. Like,
no, it seems it's going that direction.
It doesn't repeat itself. It rhymes.
Correct. So you
something
had
similar will happen, but not exactly the same.
Right. So originally you had
Fair.
like the
Yeah,
Spanish
fair.
flu when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
That killed millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, sorry, I think it started with the common cold.
Yeah.
And then it was the Spanish flu. And now it's COVID.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just, I don't know, man. And this may turn into a conspiracy side too, but
That'd be lit.
I like conspiracy.
That'd be lit.
I just, it's all too coincidental that like these major viruses just, come out of fucking nowhere.
Well, the coronavirus came out of Wuhan. That's a fact.
Well, no. We're talking about the mysterious virus of unknown origin.
Yeah, sure.
It came out of a lab in fucking Ohio.
Yeah,
What is this?
and Ohio's on the moon on Jupiter, in another galaxy. Yeah.
Okay.
What the?
So here's a good one. Nevada church avoids coronavirus restrictions by installing slot machines. What actually happened is Calvary Chapel to hold prayer service at Las Vegas casino.
Okay, so how's that supposed to avoid anything?
Because when all, especially Las Vegas, when they got hit with coronavirus, their casinos were not told to shut down. Oh,
Let's have an extremely deadly virus and keep something that, thousands upon thousands of people just continuously come to at any given time. It's cool, guys. It's okay.
Anonymous White House source claims Trump punched a baby. What was said 4 days later? 98 times Trump disparaged babies by using them as an insult.
Oh my god.
Yo. That man was something else. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my!
not fit at all for that position, at all. Like at all.
I
I'm
thought he
glad.
was hilarious.
I'm not done. I'm in a way. I'm glad he's gone, and I would never want him to run again, which I heard he is. And like, dude, you're dumb because no one's ever going to vote for you again because everyone hates you now.
Wrong.
However,
That's
I don't know, man. I don't want to get into it, but off a stream, we can talk about it because I know some people who have totally flipped. It's very interesting.
I know a
But
lot
no,
of
I
people
agree.
who have
He
flipped
was,
the other way. So,
bro, he's like a comedian. I love him.
yeah, dude, he's freaking hilarious.
But that's the thing too, right? Like, quite frankly,
Just not fit to be president.
I'm sick and tired of these celebrity figures trying to run for positions of power.
Well, I'm sick and tired of people who've been politicians all their life screwing us over everything.
Right.
So here, I think we're at a good middle ground with it too. Like, bro, I don't want like a celebrity. I don't
want a fucking 90-year-old man.
No.
Bingo. Give me, bro, the age you can run is 35. Bro, give me like a 36 or 37-year-old who knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Did you
Maybe
hear
even
who's
That's
even
the key right there.
maybe even a little older, right? Maybe early 40s. I'm even okay with
'Cause-
that. But
'cause
like
we-
someone young enough to connect.
We got some young people in Congress right now who are
Oh,
dumber than a box of rocks.
wait till you get these
Just saying.
Gen Zers in here that think that they can run for positions of power because the big guys in office told them that their opinions matter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they
They
don't,
get catered to.
but
They're
it's like-
entitled.
right. It's the sense of entitlement that is rough.
See, your opinion totally matters, but not in the way that it's perceived. But it's not in the way it's perceived. Because like I value you and your and Steele's opinion on things.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like,
I show them this.
No.
It's this.
like
No.
It's a
you
real
can't
one.
manifest that into anything else. It's just it's your thought on something, and most people just take it and leave it. And that's how it always should be.
Right.
Nothing can change about it. Yeah, I'd love to change the world in like certain ways. I'm sure we all would, but like in the grand scheme of things, it will never fucking happen.
Nope.
So what else can you say but like, hey, this is what I think, and then that's it. It's
Did you
very
hear who
simple.
might be running for president?
Do I want to know?
Trump, DeSantis.
I don't think
I've
it would
heard.
I heard DeSantis as well. Yeah, I heard
I've
on
heard Gavin
Nikki Haley
Newsom's
might.
looking.
Oh no,
yeah.
I'm talking like later on.
Oh,
Who?
as long as it's not Beto, I don't care.
Good old Mr. Beast.
When did he say that? Because I heard that a while back. He said
No.
he might.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. I was saying he might.
Yeah.
But like, if he did,
I'd vote for him.
realistically, out of all the celebrities that would do that, he would be the one that I would be rooting for the most.
Yeah.
Oof.
But the thing is like doing what he does and running a country are two different things.
Right.
So I would kind of want to see more policy positions first.
I wouldn't. Nah, I don't. I think. One, I don't think he's serious, to be completely honest with you, because Mr. Beast is he's not dumb. He's a very smart individual.
Fucking Lutely.
Like incredibly smart. He knows what to say to get people interested in clicks. It's not hard. Well, it actually is really hard, but you know what I mean? For him, it's not. It's
If he ran, he could easily win. With
no
enough young
fucking
people.
way.
Dude, I'm
no
telling you,
fucking way.
absolutely. With,
No
with
fucking way.
the community
No
he
fucking
has
way.
behind his back, 100%.
He would get more young people to vote than anybody else.
I almost agree with Bella, right? Like, because I can't just sit here flat out and say, hey, no, like he would never get anything. I'd like to see policy propositions and shit, but I think y'all are reaching a little too far on that stick. Like, I don't. I don't think so. If so, I based on some of his videos, I don't know if I'd vote for him anyway. So
Yeah, I mean that's
there's that problem there too.
So he just put something on Twitter on the 30th. It says, "Would you vote for me if I ran for president?" Now, keep in mind, this guy has almost 20 million followers on Twitter alone. 14 million of his audience interacted with this tweet, and 70% of them said yes.
yeah.
I mean, that's not many people. Honestly.
No, but if you look at it on, all right, so let me break out my math skills here.
I mean, I think I'm going to. Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and exit out of Babylon B because it seems like a lot of it's political.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to get into that, but it was still funny.
All right,
I
so
think
there's
Go ahead.
330 million people in the U.S.
Mhm.
Right? He has 140 million of them on his YouTube channel.
not necessarily
No, because a lot of those could be out of country.
bots, especially out of country.
Can do this.
Well, let's just say as the hypothetical, right? Like we know that it's not all U.S. whatever, but let's just say 130 mil or 100. Let's say 100 million of them are in the U.S.
No, it won't fit.
It will fit. It's mine.
To
It follows my
wait a second.
command.
Fuck. 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 100 million.
Still at 48.
Are you looking at Mr. Beast's Twitter?
No.
Hey.
So that's roughly, right, on average, about 2 million people per state.
Yeah.
Which is a big reach, 100%.
Right. So, like, if you have 2 million people roughly in each state, like, that's a majority state if everybody votes. If everybody votes yes.
Absolutely.
But you know the Gen Zers and the younger generation, I'd say realistically make up a good portion of like the population. What's the average?
Hey, look.
age?
Now,
So,
People can do that.
38 years old is the average age in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's I don't know, man. I think he's got a good chance if he does decide to do it.
So I have two big stipulations with it, honestly. One, I agree, bro, with like young people. Easy sailing, right?
Yeah.
Like simple. But when you were 16, when you were 18, Bella, when you were 18, did you ever think of like things that you wanted out of life or like things that you believed or whatever it is? And then like as you got older, you were like, wait a minute. No, it's not that, it's this. Do young people really necessarily know what they want out of a president yet? I didn't know personally what I wanted out of a president until maybe 23, 24.
And honestly, that's what makes it so dangerous.
Even now, I don't know what I want out of a president. I just know I don't want any more old fucking dogs in the office. That's it. It's ridiculous, dog.
But see, that's where we're going to differ because I don't care who it is as long as I agree with their policies.
Fair. Now, I think
I'll give anybody a shot. It could be a 38-year-old. If the dude was 103 and continent and was able to clearly speak and do everything, yeah, go ahead.
Right. I'm willing to give anybody a chance. Like, that's why I still fall on that more moderate side than anything, because like Beller said, like there's some policies that I look at on the right wing side. I'm like, okay, I agree with that. And then there's some on the left side. I'm like, okay, I also agree with that. But like some of these like far left people and far right people, like chill the fuck out.
Bro, there's a point where like I think discourse gets too far. It's okay. And people, it almost seems to have lost the ability to like dissipate an opinion-based conversation. Like you're allowed to disagree with someone and debate with them about it. But like people take it really far and like feelings get hurt and like you look on like if you're like a guy who's on Tinder or something
because everybody's opinion now becomes a personal attack if you're offended. Like if I say something that you don't like, oh, you're offended, that's a personal attack against you. You're automatically going to hate me now. And it shouldn't be like that way. It hasn't been that way for a long time. It's just recently become that way, and it's not good.
Because the media's made it so much easier now for everybody to put their opinions out there. That
correct, 100%.
Like, if I put something on Facebook, right, and I feel very strongly about that, yeah, there's going to be people that agree. Yeah, there's going to be people that disagree. But there's also going to be the people that comment and be like, well, no, that's wrong. It's this. It's like, well, it's my opinion. So it's not like a debate that we're having. It's just how I see things and how it should be. Like, shut the fuck up. Take your shit somewhere else.
Well, I mean, that's why I barely ever post on Facebook, because a lot of my people on there don't agree with me on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So every time I post one of my opinions, it gets all blown out of proportion. I get yelled at. I get called a terrible person.
Which, by the way, your Rebirth opinion, fuck you. I liked Rebirth.
I know you do, but you're a bot, so
I also think too, like, I don't know. There's a point where you just gotta look at it like, I don't know. We all have different lives, so like, we're like, no one usually, unless like you're really like, I don't know, but like no one really fights with people about like what they do at home in their house. So like, why would you fight with them about what they think in their head?
Right.
It makes no sense.
Nobody gives a fuck what you do in your house. No one gives a fuck what you're into.
Why is your opinion on something all of a sudden an attack? Like, obviously, there can be instances where, like, like, bro, you say the wrong thing to me, I'm gonna look at you and be like, "What the fuck did you just say to me, bitch?" But
here's another thing that gets lost.
At work, when the dude was like, "You're short," I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I don't like to be called short, but I'm not gonna be like, don't call me that. That's an attack. Like, I don't care if it was."
No, like, and that it's stupid, because another thing people don't understand is like the way you act personally with people, you know, like day to day, and like your opinion about something can be two separate things and still be fine.
Oh, for sure.
I've talked to Steel about this before. I don't really want to say it on YouTube because I'll get shit taken out of me, but like, I don't know how to explain it without saying it.
I mean, do you want to message it to me quick and I'll see?
Yeah, can you say it in layman's terms? Like,
I can be respectful to you and do what you want me to do and still not agree with you.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
There's nothing necessarily wrong with that.
No.
It's like, okay, yeah, I'll in polite private, yeah, sure, fine. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I don't care. But don't yell and scream at me because I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay, I think, to have people of like-minded thoughts and feelings, right? Like, that's why, like, there's friendships and there's relationships, right?
Freedom of association.
Yep.
You don't have to associate with these people.
I also think too, like, just if you look at like a friendship or relationship, for example, like, yeah, like it's really cool if like my homie is a lot like me and we share a lot of common interests. But what's really interesting is like what we don't share in common, if that makes sense. Like,
it makes discourse like this specifically like
I wouldn't
good.
date a girl that was 100% similar to me in every single way, right? Like, I need something new to learn, experience, and maybe change opinion on. Like, that's what life's about, is growing and like having new experiences that might differ from what you're used to.
I
don't know.
I didn't like this guy, right? But my English teacher in school probably said the wisest thing about it that I've ever heard of before. He said 3 main things that you care about, and you should look for a political person that agrees with those 3 things. All your other stuff is just like sideline and come later. But if you have like 3 things that you are very passionate about, vote for that guy. But I don't think that goes just towards political. I think that goes for like relationships too. Like if you have a couple things you do not want to budge on, you have to find somebody with those like-minded things that you won't budge on. Otherwise, it's just going to be nonstop fighting.
Yeah. I think the big thing too with that is like you said, and that's like finding the boundaries of things in relationships. Because like Hale and I were talking the other day, and we were eating like ice cream cake or something.
Yeah.
And I picked up a piece of the cake, and I was like, "This is what I'm going to do at the wedding." And like I was going to like smash it in her face, and she's like,
probably told you she was going to kill you.
Yeah, she's like, I will be fucking pissed if you do that. She's like, that's one of my boundaries that I don't want you to cross, and if you cross it, I'm going to be very mad. And I'm like, okay, fair enough.
It's a good thing you found out now instead of day of.
Yeah, that would have been really bad. Had my wife pissed off at me the whole fucking wedding day.
First day, yeah. Congratulations, bitch.
On the flip side, though, if she never would have told you,
right,
and she would have been pissed, like
that's on you, sweetheart. That's not me.
Like, you could have gave me a heads up, like, oh, hey, you proposed to me. Don't shove that cake in my face, or I'm gonna fucking stab you.
And so that, yep, and that is one thing about being an adult. I'll never forget one day. One of my bosses in one of my former jobs looked at me, and I don't remember what it was, because it's funny, because looking back, it was something fucking stupid. It wasn't even bad, right?
Right.
But he worded it as like, because I was relatively new at that point too. It was like maybe within 3 months of starting. Andrew, I hate to be like this. I hate to have this conversation. Blah 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 blah. No, dog, just say it. And it's like, dog, I forget what it was, but it was just something that was. It would have been so much better if you just worded it to me up front, and like, it's okay to have like discourse, and I don't know.
No, I get it, man. I would rather somebody be upfront and honest with me than like
find out later. And that's what I was getting. Yes, and it just makes life easier that way. And when you're an adult, like, you have to have those tough conversations, whether it's friendship, family, significant other,
with my
kids, job. It's something unavoidable. And I think the more people try to escape that reality, the more, because that reality is reality. Hopefully, like, if that changes, shit, I don't know what my kid's gonna grow up dealing with.
Well, I mean, people also don't understand that with life, like, you're never gonna be happy all the time.
Right.
There's always gonna be conflict. You're always gonna be down about something. Something doesn't go your way all the time, and just, I don't know. It just seems like people don't they can't handle that anymore. It's like everything's got to be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna throw a fit.
Yep.
And Beller, that was actually really perfectly said. And I think it's to the point where, I think I maybe felt that way when I was growing up and like being a teenager and like, because like you're really excited to be an adult. Like, I want my license. And then you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to be 18. And then you're like, oh my God, 21, I can drink. Lit. At least that's how I was. And then life basically Mike Tyson me in the face. And it was in the form of a child at 19 turning 20. And I'm so thankful for that because it's nothing what you expect. It's never easy. But I think they have the misconception, like you said, that life needs to be perfect. No. It's honestly the bad shit that makes the good shit even better.
Exactly.
Like when you go through turmoil, whether it's like job and then you find a good one, or like in my case, bad relationships and then you find a good one. It's like, yeah, and it's like it changes everything, and it's like, damn, I struggled for so long, but like this is the moment. This is what life is about, is the good things.
Yeah.
And shit, man, if life was perfect all the time, I feel like it'd be boring.
It would be.
Like I need conflict, I need drama. Like I thrive on that.
That's
Like,
why I
I
don't understand why people want a perfect utopia, because it would be boring.
Papa beat me.
Did you ever see the show The Good Place?
That's a good show.
Really good
But
show.
that's the same
My
concept,
papa
right? Like
literally destroyed
they
me
live in
in
that
Beyblade.
perfect world
But
where
everything
nothing goes wrong, and what's that?
Things went wrong all the time.
Well, yeah, because of that one girl that wasn't supposed to be there.
You've not seen the whole show.
I've only seen like maybe the first season,
Oh,
but like from what I've
then we
seen,
can't
like,
talk about it.
well, of course you can, because I like from what I watched of it, the show sucked. I hated it.
It's a good show. It wasn't heaven, it was hell. They all did bad things. They were there for a reason. Everything that kept messing up was on purpose.
Yeah, I might not be thinking of The Good Place then.
Yeah, you are.
Is that safe place?
Yeah, you are.
But yeah, but like everything there seemed perfect.
Yeah, that was the reason it was hell.
Should I put it right
Yeah.
there?
Everything seemed to be perfect, but something kept happening, and that's why everything went to shit.
Yeah.
They all thought they were good people except for her, who told it played on all of their weaknesses. Like the one girl who you're talking about who was played by Kristen Bell, right? Her thing that she was upset about was that she thought she didn't deserve to be there, but she wanted to stay there because it was so nice.
Yeah.
The person she got hooked up with, I forget his name. Like his thing was like confidence and
Like ego.
Ego, and like he was bad at keeping secrets. So everything that was happening to each of those people was nothing but torture.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was hell in disguise. It's a good show if you watch it all the way through. Like the guy the dude from Cheers, I forget his name, but he played the demon disguised as an angel. But in the end, they tried, like the whole premise is like heaven had been closed off to everybody for so long. Nobody had gotten into heaven for like 500 years.
Jesus.
Yeah, because they were too stingy with their rules. So they tried to, yeah. It's a good show. Like The Good Place is great.
That's
I
not
don't
bad.
I like the first season I watched, and like that's just like talking about like fucking Loki or
I haven't watched Loki.
like
I don't like the Marvel movies anymore. Like
When
the
is
last one I
top
watched was Endgame.
Endgame was great.
Like all the shows after that, all the movies after that, they just felt like, eh.
She-Hulk was good. I don't care what anybody says. I really enjoyed She-Hulk.
You shut your fucking mouth right now,
agree.
or I will
I don't
fucking
agree.
leave.
I thought it was terrible.
It was.
See, and that's where the opinions thing comes in, right? Because like,
Yeah, and you're wrong. Your opinion is wrong.
okay, we'll go with that.
I think the show
Just
had,
like with Rebirth.
and then, like, bro, I feel like I'm a perfect medium here because, like, bro, She-Hulk wasn't bad in a lot of instances. Like, I liked, for example, when Bruce and her were kind of like going through that little training phase.
Yeah.
Until she was like undermined him and was like, you don't understand. When it's like Bruce Banner, like, I get the reasoning. However, Bruce Banner is like one of the most traumatized characters in that current MCU. That was not the right person to say that to. If it was like Tony Stark or someone else who was there, 1000%. But
there's three things you need for a good show or movie.
It was the twerking that ruined it for me, Beller. It was the twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. That's all it was, dog. Besides that, the show would have been fucking fire, Beller. It was that. It ruined it.
You need three things for a movie or a show. You need visuals, you need plot line, and you need acting. Those are the three things you need: visual, plot line, acting. That show had like a third of each.
No, the visual was there.
I don't agree. That scene in the fucking courtroom in the very first episode was so bad. It was terrible.
I will say though, being the Marvel geek that I am, I really liked it because it was building up for. I think you're muted, Andrew.
You know, he's talking to somebody on screen.
But like,
he looks heated.
Thank you, Bella.
But the fact that they introduced Scar, or whatever the hell his name was, Hawk's son, for the Young Avengers, like that was awesome.
Yeah.
And then, did you guys see and/or plan watching Wakanda Forever?
No.
So that was great. That was really fucking good. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. Essentially what was happening was like Namor discovered Wakanda and wanted the vibranium to save his underwater city. Well, obviously we all know Chadwick Boseman died. So there's essentially no Black Panther anymore.
Isn't there like something? No, never mind. I'm thinking the wrong guy. I was like, isn't it kind of disrespectful to like base the next movie about? Cause I thought he was the actor that drowned, but no, he was cancer, right?
Yeah, he had stage 4 cancer.
Yeah. I was like, isn't it kind of disrespectful to base the enemy in your next movie after he died underwater after he drowned? I was like, no, wait, that's the wrong guy.
But like, it was really cool to see that underwater city of his land, I should say.
Yeah.
And like, there was kind of talks in the beginning of the movie of like, oh, your brother's very ill. He might not make it. So what his sister was trying to do was synthesize a Purple Heart, because if you remember at the end of, or in the first one, Killmonger torched the whole Purple Heart like field they had, and there's one left, but they gave it back to the Black Panther.
Yeah.
So his sister was trying to essentially 3D print a replica of the Purple Heart to give to her brother to save him. She kept failing and failing and failing, and the next thing you know, her mother came down in tears saying her brother's dead. And then it kind of kicks over to Nakia's story. And like, it was really cool to see the visuals. Like, Black Panther always looked fucking great to me.
Yeah.
But it was really cool that she finally perfected the Purple Heart. And she held it in her hand and looked at it. And then she was like, you know, my brother lived his time. It's time for a new Panther, and she takes the Purple Heart. So Shuri became the new Black Panther.
Wait, so she let him die?
She was trying to save him, but it was taking too long for her to do it. So he ultimately died from her not being able to replicate it right away.
Okay.
It would have been unavoidable, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, the way you just explained it made it sound to me like she was like,
She was a
fuck
selfish
that guy.
bitch and was
No,
like,
no,
fuck
no.
him. Yeah, yeah.
Like, this is like halfway, like a little further than halfway through the movie when she finally like perfected it. So she takes it, and then what they do when they take the Purple Heart is they lay down, they cover themselves in excuse me.
That's right. Drink that water.
They cover themselves in sand, and then they go to the ancestral plane. And then you go there, you see all the old ancestors, and they give you their blessing to become Black Panther, whatever. Well, she goes to the ancestral plane and sees Killmonger. And she sees him sitting on the throne in Wakanda. And there was a banter back and forth, and he's like, little cousin, you're meant to do more than just protect Wakanda. You're meant to give our technology out to other people. And then she wakes up, and like you can kind of see for a split second that like she kind of had the look of, I'm gonna go the route of what Killmonger did in her eyes. But ultimately ended up, going the right path of the Black Panther. And it was just, I don't know, it was really cool. And then at the end of the movie is when they introduced Black Panther's son for the young Black Panther.
Cool.
So it's like we have Kate Bishop now. We have Hawk's son. We have Black Panther now. And then the only other ones, we also have America Chavez. She's a young Avenger too.
You good?
And then I can't recall. Let me look this up quick because I don't remember. It's been a while since.
You're good. I am gonna have to go at 1 hour in.
No, that's fine. So it's Kate Bishop, America Chavez, Eli Bradley, which is Patriot, Cassie Lang, which is Stature, Billy Maximoff, which is Wiccan, and then Tommy Maximoff, which is Speed. So that's like the young Avengers.
Yeah.
But like it's really cool to see. Which fucking Ant-Man and the Quantumania introduces Cassie. That's Ant-Man's daughter.
That's cool.
I think just for me, like, they said the first few phases up so well leading up to, like, Infinity War and Endgame that, like, it felt like such a good end to a cohesive story. And you know what? Like, I'll give Marvel credit and hope somewhere that when it gets rolling, it will be good. But right now, I personally do not find the setup to whatever fucking
well, to be fair, it took a while for
whatever Kang story they're going for. I'm just like,
Bro, I can't wait for Secret War. Jesus Christ. I know we're like 2 years out of Secret War, but fuck, I can't wait.
We're gonna get Robert Downey Jr. back, baby.
Maybe. Or Tom Cruise is coming. Because they're talking about a superior Iron Man, which Tom Cruise wants to play.
I have no idea.
I think for like value, Robert Downey would have more of a fan reaction.
Yes.
They'd be like, holy fucking shit. And also, some actors in my mind don a role. I love Tom Cruise. Like, I really, really do. I can't wait for the new Mission Impossible.
Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. I'll go into that later, but continue.
Yeah. But, like, some people, like Batman, I personally picture Christian Bale. I don't really look at anyone else and be like, nah, you're not
George
Batman.
Clooney, man.
bro,
Those bat nipples.
true, but like Iron Man, Robert Downey just encapsulates so fucking well, and I can never I can't watch a movie with Robert Downey in it and be like, oh, that's Robert Downey Jr. I'd be like, that's Iron Man right there, right?
I know a movie that you can watch it and not be like, hey, that's Iron Man.
Tropic Thunder.
Yep.
That's no, it's still Iron Man.
It's a great movie.
That movie's amazing, but it's still Iron Man. You can clearly see it's Robert Downey Jr.
We'll also get to see Galactus in Secret War too.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm big excited about.
That could be cool.
I just want another Blade movie. Like,
I think talking about it and bringing back
one.
what's his name?
I hope so.
He
He hasn't done anything in a long time. I don't
Christopher
know.
Wallace?
No, wasn't it Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Who the hell is Christopher Wallace?
I think it was just completely just name pop in my head, but nah, dude, I'm pretty sure they're already.
The last thing he was in Coming to America in 2021.
That movie fucking sucked.
Was it? Did it? I haven't seen it.
I saw the original.
The original was all right.
Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy. And like that was good, but that second one was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
We'll also get to see Moon Knight in Secret War 2, which I'm big excited about.
Meh.
You shut up. Moon Knight was fucking great. I'm super sad there hasn't been a season 2 yet. But to be fair, Moon Knight has always and will forever be my favorite Marvel character, even before the show came out.
I don't want to hear it because there's a bunch of anime that I want a season 2 for, and they just nothing.
Like what?
Yeah.
No Game, No Life.
What the fuck is that?
It is a good one.
It's an anime deal.
It's a good one. This brother and sister combo spent all their time like
I'm gonna stop you right. Never mind.
They spent all their time playing video games. They get it's pretty much an isekai, but they get teleported to this world where all like arguments or whatever. Anytime there's an argument, to settle it, you have to play a game. And so they get teleported over there, and they basically just start taking over the world because they keep beating world leaders in games. It's a good show. It's got a couple weird things, but you just got to look past that.
I'm big sad that One Piece is ending soon.
Thank fucking God.
Shut up.
Hey,
you.
shut your mouth. Look. no, look. Right here.
Yeah, it'll be ending between 2024 and 2025.
That's sad. I don't know if I can be
You still
sad for
got
that.
you still got a year or two. Calm the fuck
I don't know
down.
how upset I could be about that because then I might finally be able to catch up.
Well, forehead, if you would have started it when it first came out.
You mean when I was like 5?
It wasn't that late.
Okay, all right.
It was 1999. I was 8 years old.
There's a point where enough's enough,
Okay,
though.
so you said what year?
99.
I was 7.
It was. Wait, hold on.
And I don't care what anybody says, right? The 4 Kids dub was shit, but the intro was the best one.
Wait, which one?
The 4 Kids intro to One Piece
Yeah.
was the best one.
Bro, I just want an Edge Runner season 2, but we'll never get that, so.
I still want the OG intro for Fairy Tail. When they switched it like halfway through, I was like, this fucking sucks.
I'm also tired of people saying Boruto's a shit anime when it's not.
I mean, it
Actually,
is.
I'm reversing it. Hold up. A shit manga when it's not. The
I'm
anime is like
I'm tired of
1,000%
saying
filler.
Boruto's not a shit anime.
Yeah, nah, dog. The manga's getting fucking lit, though.
I watched Naruto for maybe like 2 or 3 seasons. I couldn't do it, man.
Oh no, you gotta watch like Shippuden when like they just are unapologetically killing people off. It's so lit. Boruto's pretty lit too, because most people that you come across end up dying. Show's dark as fuck, and I'm like, lit.
Did you hear Monkey D. Luffy might be the long lost child of Goldie Roger?
No.
I won't
What?
be surprised.
No, he's not.
I don't know, man. Oh yeah, that intro is
Best
dope.
intro.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
best intro. The anime itself, the dub itself was shit. Like there's a scene at Arlong Park where Nami stabs Usopp. Or well, it looks like she stabs Usopp, but she stabs her hand instead. Well, 4Kids, being the dumbasses they are, decide to censor a whole bunch of stuff because they don't like violence. Which is weird because how are you going to have One Piece without violence? So what happens is Usopp has a pouch. Nami reaches back behind him and pulls out something. And on the dub it says, "I'm using your rubber knife and I'm going to act like I stab you." And it's just like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
So, Goldie Roger's son is Portcullis the Ace.
Yep.
Roger is the godfather of Luffy.
Yeah.
Monkey D. Dragon is Luffy's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I gave that look. I was like, no, we know who his dad is.
Yeah.
We don't know who his mom is, but we know who his dad is.
Started getting into like the Cerberus devil fruit where people can have 3 devil fruit powers and shit.
The only person is the only 2 people that can have it are Blackbeard and Brook.
Correct.
Well,
there is
Brook can't have it anymore because he lost his body.
Right. There is speculation though that Kaido could potentially be a 3rd Cerberus.
Maybe, but isn't he dead now?
I don't think Kaido's dead yet.
I know I like Luffy's new form, and I can't wait to get up to that point.
Oh, dude, his sun god one is fucking crazy.
Like, he makes, since it's a Logia fruit, he makes everything around him rubber, too.
Yeah.
So the ground becomes rubber and shit. And,
It's great because it's like a cartoon. It's like one of the old cartoons from back in like the 70s or 80s.
That's what they're saying is it's not a rubber fruit. It's a fruit that the power is it lets you fight in whatever way you want.
Yeah.
And so, because from the beginning, it was like, oh, Luffy's made of rubber. That fits his character pretty good. Well, that's because his devil fruit lets him fight any way he wants. And that's just his character matches up with it.
Yeah. Oh, Kaido and Big Mom are dead.
Yeah, fuck those 2.
Big
All right,
Mom
homies. I hate to interrupt real quick, but I gotta go. I'm fucking falling asleep here. I need to get up.
You're
early,
good.
so.
I gotta end it anyways because I gotta leave the house here in about 10 minutes.
No worries, man.
So it was a good episode. I liked it. I liked the start.
Where can they find you, buddy?
Twitch TV/It's Kittens with a Z.
There you go. Where can they find you, Steel?
Twitch.tv/TheSteelNations and YouTube.com/TheSteelNations.
There you go. And
what about you,
can
buddy?
Find me where you're already at. So that's fun. Next week, I'm going to be joined by TheSteelNations again. I'm going to try to get our buddy Flock on. Kittens may be joining us again if he wants to.
Yeah.
And then the next 2 weeks after that, I am told that Steel is not going to be here.
Correct. I'm taking a hiatus for 2 weeks from streaming, from everything, because I got to not be a lazy fuck and actually pack and start moving.
Yep.
But the next time we'll have a stream and or podcast, we'll be at the new house. So I'm super fucking excited.
I'm excited too. So thank you everybody for watching. Catch you next time.
Peace.